demons?
The voices.
Well, tell me about it. What are the voices about?
It's another voice, the evil side.
Well, what does it tell you to do?
Burn, kill, destroy.
That's the interrogation of Nikolas Cruz, the alleged Parkland shooter. His trial scheduled to happen this year. Obviously, with everything that's happening, we're not sure exactly when it will take place, but it was originally scheduled for 2020, one of the big cases happening this year that you'll see and hear right here on Court TV. Chanley Painter has more.
911, what is your emergency?
It's Valentine's Day 2018.
They believe there's a shooter at the school.
Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School is under siege. An active shooter is terrorizing the campus. Students are running for their lives.
More booms, one after the next, and when it kept happening, I said to my friend, those are gunshots.
Inside this 3-story building, nothing short of slaughter. In just 6 minutes, 34 students and staff were gunned down, 17 died, and 17 were wounded.
I can't put a number on the pain that we're in every day.
It was just a normal day at school that suddenly turned to a nightmare for the city of Parkland, Florida. And its shockwaves would be felt far and wide as the massacre marked the deadliest high school shooting in U.S. history.
My importance right now is to expose what went wrong.
The family and friends of the victims were left grasping for answers as to how and why their loved one died. For the question of who was responsible, authorities didn't have to look far. Surveillance video and witness identification led to the arrest of then 19-year-old Nikolas Cruz.
He was in my class in 7th grade, and I knew he wasn't okay when he punched the window in and said, "I'm going to cause karma one day," because he got in trouble with the teacher.
Cruz was a former student at the school. He'd been expelled the year before, in February 2017, for disciplinary reasons. But records indicate he was a troubled person long before the massacre.
He was a huge threat to the school because of his behavior. When he was suspended, they found shells of bullets in his backpack.
Just 40 days earlier, a woman who knew Cruz told the FBI he was collecting guns and ammunition and feared he was, quote, going to slip into a school and start shooting the place up. What's more, investigative reports point to years of a disturbing digital trail. Cruz reportedly researched mass shootings and posted threatening messages all over the internet. This one says, "I'm going to be a professional school shooter." In fact, it would be those very phone records as well as school surveillance video that would help authorities piece together what they say happened.
At first, the day was just, a regular Valentine's Day, and I was excited.
Then high school senior Hannah Carsonell says she and other students were enjoying a holiday-like school day. But a little after 2 p.m., Cruz took an Uber from his home to the school about 3 miles away. Security video shows a male wearing black jeans, maroon shirt, vest, and hat, carrying a large black bag, enter Building 12. In the first floor stairwell, he takes out an AR-15 rifle. Just then, a student walks in, sees the gun, and hurries out. At 2:21 p.m., school video shows the active shooter terrorizing all 3 floors of the freshman building, senselessly taking the lives of 14 teenagers and 3 adults. Alerted by a fire alarm and what sounded like gunshots, the school resource officer, the only other person armed with a weapon on campus, makes his way towards the building, but does not go in.
We started hearing more and more shots, so then everyone started running.
Minutes later, the shooting finally stops. The suspect drops the weapon and tactical gear, and authorities say he left campus, blending in to the crowd. Police hadn't even entered the building yet.
They found him in actually one of my friend's neighborhoods.
At 3:36 p.m., more than an hour later, Cruz was stopped and arrested.
I understand what we're going to talk about is going to be difficult.
Authorities interrogate Cruz and appear to secure a confession. He is charged with 17 counts of first-degree premeditated murder and 17 counts of attempted murder.
I can't remember, dude. I can't.
Okay, Nick, calm down. You've already been medically cleared.
During hours-long questioning, Cruz informs the detective he hears voices in his head that tell him to
Burn, kill, destroy.
What are the voices about?
It's another voice, the evil side.
Cruz now faces the death penalty at trial.
I understand fully what you're saying.
His lawyers say Cruz is prepared to plead guilty in return for a life sentence, an offer the prosecutors have rejected.
I think it'll definitely provide some closure for my classmates and I and parents of the victims. A tiny bit of closure.
A trial could mean a long road ahead for the surviving victims and their families. There are at least 1,000 witnesses identified by the prosecutors, 4 million pieces of evidence, and thousands of photos, videos, and social media posts. But for Hannah, who lost her best friend, 17-year-old Nikolas Cruz, that day,
he was a swimmer and he was a really inspirational guy.
The challenges of seeking justice are just as important as advocating for change moving forward.
So other people don't have to go through what I did and what others went through, which was even more horrible.
It's hard to believe it's been over 2 years now, and when you think about what that trial will be like, think about it. You've got, first of all, 17 survivors of the shooting who will have to testify, and then all your other witnesses, for the most part, are students at the school. Dozens and dozens and dozens of students, staff members as well. But this is going to be, I mean, heartbreaking, heart-wrenching to go through all this. But it looks like it's going to happen. Chanley Painter is with us now. Chanley, you know, I think about what this trial will be like, and I mean, the witnesses will all be, they were children then. Some of them may have graduated, but others may still be in school. This is going to be difficult.
It will be super difficult, Vinny. The massacre occurred in the freshman building. These were 9th graders, 10th graders, mostly 14 years old. There were some victims 17 years old. So yes, a lot of the witnesses could still be in high school at this point. But the prosecution witness list, there's 1,000 potential witness lists, millions of pages of evidence and documents for this case. But you know, really, Vinny, the defense attorneys, they aren't really arguing the guilt of their client. They pretty much conceded, offering to plead guilty. So this trial will probably most likely be about the penalty phase.
Yeah, but my guess is prosecutors will fully try the guilt phase to get all the evidence in front of this jury so they clearly understand what it's about. Nikolas Cruz is the defendant. We've got some video of him attacking a guard. So he's gotten in trouble while locked up?
Right. So Nikolas Cruz, who's now 21, has 2 pending trials. He has, of course, the one with 17 counts of premeditated murder that he's being held for. But while incarcerated, he chalked up more counts by attacking one of the guards there at the jail. The guard allegedly in the video rebuffs him for dragging his sandals as he's walking. So Cruz gives him, the finger or something, a vulgar symbol, and then lunges at the guard. They tussle for quite a while, Vinny. Even at one point, Cruz takes the taser from the deputy, and the deputy finally is able to get him to comply, follow commands, and he is arrested and escorted out.
Unbelievable, because if we get to a penalty phase, that all becomes relevant here. Let's talk a little bit about the parents now of some of the victims' parents who've lost children. The other thing, obviously, surrounding this case is what went wrong. In your piece, you highlighted a lot of red flags that were raised. What are some of the parents thinking about here?
A lot of the parents want to know what went wrong and for those who maybe have been responsible to be held accountable. There's been at least 22 lawsuits, civil lawsuits filed against the federal government for not following up on an FBI tip that was in the piece, as well as against the school district, against that school resource officer, Scott Peterson, who was there within a minute outside of Building 12 and did not go in. They say, especially the parent of Meadow Pollock, one of the 17-year-olds who was on the third floor of that building, her parents say that if Scott Peterson had entered the building when he got to the door to hopefully address the shooter, he would have been stopped before making it to the third floor and she would still be alive. So it's just a trickle effect of red flags that were there, warning signs that were there, that no action was taken, and therefore this massive loss of life.
Incredible heartbreak. Everyone's going to have to relive it. That's what happens during our trials, but that's the way our system works. Chanley, thanks so much. We really appreciate it.